Hello, good evening, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright. And we're cross-examining Trilo and this random guy who likes to follow him everywhere.
Yeah. Poor Trilo, honestly.
Yeah.
Some stalker with his hand out of his ass.
Right. The clown. You're talking about Mo?
Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic. Can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Why at the plaza's entrance?
To do some thinking, of course.
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodge have been a better idea?
Mr. Phoenix writes, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness.
But I'm a good thinker.
Thunker.
I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was.
Okay.
Okay, Phoenix. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure. How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup?
Snobby three-piece getup?
Get the wax out of your lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup? Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Sailcat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions.
You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo?
That's right. And that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Max and only Galactica.
Are you sure that was the one? I figured it'd be like, are you sure you didn't see only Max? Because Max was still in the Ringmaster's room, and the Ringmaster would have been, you know, coming out, so he would have seen that, right?
Yeah, I just figure, you know, just because you saw someone wearing that Max's getup doesn't necessarily mean it's Max.
That's also true. I mean,
Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you.
I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright.
Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. Alright, so maybe I do need to choose something else.
Okay.
That's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen?
Oh, is it because the Ringmaster went out?
Yeah. That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the Ringmaster as well. Ow!
Obviously, the Ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The Ringmaster and Max went together to the Ringmaster's room.
Yes, that's according to the defendants. A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the Ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Ah,
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
he's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Wait, wasn't the contradiction the fact that Max is in the Ringmaster's room with him?
But I guess only Max can support that, so...
Really? Can't Ben support that? Or others who saw him walk off with the Ringmaster?
I don't know.
Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Oh, wait. This is the wrong one. I meant to...
Oh.
It took me back to the beginning. I didn't read it. Okay. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it?
Huh? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging area house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in the weather together?
Well, maybe you're waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, you can all do without your offhanded theories.
But, this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something.
Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
Probably Regina. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina.
Wah!
You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's the point is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Alright. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
Ah!
That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on his way to the eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he couldn't have missed someone other than Max heading to the ow.
There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Ah, pain! I'm sorry.
Pain! Yeah.
Pain! Ha 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 ha. The tutorial guy.
Oh, okay.
Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you, or were you not, waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were, what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that he was have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet and marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain!
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. Kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah.
You were going to propose. You, a puppet.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her, too.
She's 16!
Yes, it does.
Exactly.
His honor's looking a little less than honorable right now. No kidding.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? Oh, if I were 16 again.
Jeez. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina?
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth.
What is it exactly that you were planning on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find to match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. This time for this to end right in here.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad, or push on anyway.
Push on anyway.
It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. This is the first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being. Ow!
I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina.
An engagement ring?
Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina is going to love it.
It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on.
I kept it in my pocket.
Wait, alright.
Yeah, you're right. Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben can pull that off?
I'm sorry. Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Punch, punch, punch.
Right. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her?
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count. But that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? He couldn't be possibly talking about me, Maximilian Galactica! When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So, what about this present?
So you are still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily.
Wait, that's you. Sorry.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves.
How about it, Nick?
I think it's about time we unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
The judge...
Heck.
Yeah. The judge that has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. So this is interesting, because usually when we revise the testimony, that's what the revision is where we put the evidence. But
right.
On this, it seems like I'm supposed to put it here instead of where it was revised.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm going to try putting it here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
Alright, the revised part was not the part we object to this time.
Did we even look at the revised part?
Yeah, we did.
Oh. Anyway.
Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. It looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah! That's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here?
Ah!
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a money they put? You mean a room they put money in, like a bank vault?
Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoid slandering innocent fiends on my court.
Well, Your Honor, money is really a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things?
Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up at the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Yeah! Oh!
Did Money just show up and beat the shit out of him?
No, it was on the flashback.
Oh.
Ben, what's wrong with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilo Quist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased a monkey snatched my monkey meat. And after that ring, I chased after that ring snatching monkey money.
You right there?
I'm having a stroke. Shut up. Coronary. Coronary.
Coronary. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy, full, cold Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point? What points could that possibly be?
Ben doesn't emphasize it.
Ben's testimony has a flaw.
There is a huge contradiction in the witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after the the monkey. Then the witness was off chasing money, where there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory. Which leads me to the next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Interesting, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times you'd think you'd know my story is not changing.
You already changed your story, Slick Boy. Stick Boy, yeah. And I'm sure you will change it some more.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. And that's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah. I'll give you what I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, and he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you.
So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran out less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
So your only concern was waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Except, you know...
2 of them don't actually work.
Right.
It's literally just a wooden puppet.
Yeah. Yikes. The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo.
But that doesn't...
Oh, right, you don't have to read it twice. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night.
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. About what time would you say that these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you could do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Ow! I'm no good at the time.
It was 10:10 p.m.
Yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max at night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo? You say good evening at night?
I'm sorry, Trilo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of the testimony.
Ben's half of the comedy.
Should I don't know. I guess the evening greeting, I guess?
I mean, that's the only thing I can really say maybe stands out because, like, you know, I believe there's a difference between evening and night. Evening is when the sun is still setting. Night is when it's actually...
Well, the way I think about it is, you say good evening at night because if you say good night, that means you're, like, saying you're going to bed.
Yeah, kind of. Instead of, like, a good evening, which is like a greeting.
Yeah.
Good night is more like a
goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't know, let's see. Isn't that a bit strange to you? Oh, wait! That is strange, now that I think about it. Why would he greet his rival?
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that before, but then we got caught up in the whole, like, well, semantics of the words and everything. It's like, oh, yeah, that would be weird. You know? I figured maybe if he does, you know, just politeness for everybody, but he clearly doesn't have any politeness for Max.
Yeah.
So why would he bother?
Right. Yeah, that's you.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers?
Well, if it was simply being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence?
Bluffing is everything in this world. But I'm sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said.
I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right?
Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Yeah.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses from the various audience.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree, but we do have proof that makes something stick. Do we have proof?
All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Well, we have the hat in our evidence.
Right.
Whoops. What?
Are we sure it's white roses? Because I thought he always carried red ones.
They keep saying white, so...
Alright.
This seems like what I should press on,
The
but...
good evening thing?
Yeah. Because... that's the only thing that really sticks out, right?
Well...
Oh! He had just gotten assaulted. Why would he say...
Oh, yeah! Yeah, that's right.
Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clovered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch. Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that, on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There is absolutely no way that they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There is no way a puppet this lewd would just go around would just go up and say good evening to his rival.
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendants by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
Different person? But, I mean, maybe Mo in the outfit, but...
It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night.
Or just someone else wearing the outfit, I guess. But who and why? Well, who else would be of his height to be able to wear the cloak and everything?
It doesn't have to be of the height. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint. Well, I guess this hint would be just outright telling you. Do you remember when the ringmaster had to head out, and Max was like, hey, where's your coat? And he was like, oh, don't worry about it.
He used Max's?
Yes.
Why? How? He's a really big guy. Max isn't.
Yeah.
So how did...
Whatever. Alright, sure. If that's what they're going with.
It was someone else. Someone, that's who we would say good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe this person, the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there'd have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made his effort to greet whoever it was he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he would put it.
What in the world? You...
Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then?
Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It is indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That is why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Wah!
Wow! Order! Order! How do you respond to this? I'm a wow!
Jeez.
Wow, wait a second!
No, please.
Okay.
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But, once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously has witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. It was not Regina.
Right.
The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, do we really know that it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Ms. Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point on this one.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but
What?
who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
And that is where we'll leave the episode as well.
Okay.
To be continued.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Also, I do like doing Trilo's voice. I don't know why,
Well, you can have him, to be honest, because that voice was killing me.
I understand why, though. I see what you mean now.
Yeah. Well, see you guys next time.
Bye.